Filipino boy receives eye treatments at Tzu Chi's free clinic in hopes to regain his confidence. A Tzu Chi University student teaches Lesotho local volunteers how to stop HIV transmissions. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggis Tsai. Thank you for joining us. In the Philippines, 10-year-old boy has an eye bulge due to a growing tumor. Having this symptom has made him the target of school bullying. Recently, he was referred to Tzu Chi's eye clinic and was scheduled for surgery. Hopefully, he will be able to regain his confidence.
10-year-old Santino Gregorio is with his mother to see the doctors. He hangs his head down with low self-esteem, all because since he was 4, he's been living with his right eyeball protruding from his eye socket.
Natatakot po ako dahil hindi ko po alam kung...
I was scared because I didn't know what was going on with him. Why was his eye growing bigger? We thought it was a really big problem. He was also bullied at school, which made us very worried about him all the time.
O inaano siya ng mga ibang bata sa eskwelahan, binubuli.
Sobrang nagpapasalamat po sa inyo.
I'm very grateful to Tzu Chi because without your help, this probably still be a problem for us. Maybe my son will always be insecure that he's different from other kids.
Na kakaiba siya sa ibang mga bata.
Through a friend's referral, the Gregorio family is in Manila seeking help from Tzu Chi. The medical team quickly arranges for Santino to have surgery, which means they need to remove the tumor that's attacking the vision.
Kinakabahan po ako pag lalabas.
Before, I was nervous about going out because people would laugh at me.
He can look people in the eye while talking now. It's a big improvement. He has gained confidence. It's not 100% back, but it has increased significantly.
With a smile on his face, Santino lifts his head high when walking now. And although his tumor has been removed, he will need 10 weeks of chemotherapy and further follow-up.
The US Tzu Chi Headquarters regularly sends Tzu Chi Vision Mobile Clinic to homeless centers to help the homeless friends with their vision needs. Let's join them on a recent visit to Pomona, California.
I needed some. I have been without glasses for 2 years, and so today I got this pair that I'm wearing now, and these are nice, and I can see clearly now.
After 2 years of having blurry vision, Carrie Peterson finally has the opportunity to get the right prescription to see clearly.
Well, I appreciate your service, your organization's service, and what you're doing throughout the world, you know, in different countries with other people. So that's great.
After the initial dispatch to Hope for Home Pomona, Homeless Service Center in June, Tzu Chi US Headquarters recently sends their mobile vision clinic there once more. As it turns out, Maritza Curel can't read for long periods of time because her vision is problematic.
Comparing from the other services, she was able to do something different, you know, and tell me, you know, that whatever I have is not going to affect my eye vision in the future, which is good. Do need reading glasses, so that's great.
The volunteers' comprehensive professional prescription glasses service begins with an eye exam and ends with picking out suitable frames. Everything is completed within the hour.
I think it's uplifting, and I think it's a credit to the human race to have such a facility such as yours to come out and donate your time and everything to help people.
Look like Buddha, look like Buddha. No.
A pair of prescription glasses helps the homeless see the world anew, and with Tzu Chi by their side, their hearts are the fuller for it.
Northern District TIMA members regularly travel to Gongliao to conduct bi-monthly free clinics. This time, 2 volunteers from Mexico have also joined. They remarked that they want to learn from TIMA members and bring the experience back to Mexico.
TIMA members and Tzu Chi volunteers have come with passion to conduct a bi-monthly free clinic in Gongliao. Many elderly people have come to seek medical attention at the free clinic held in front of Dongxing Temple. A cardiologist from Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital has also brought new equipment for checkups.
There are a lot of remote regions. In addition, for seniors or patients who have mobility problems, if they have heart problems, we usually do not have the equipment to do a checkup. If you have handheld ultrasound equipment, you can do the initial checkup here. At the public health center here, we have to wait for a year or two before we can undergo an ultrasound check. Now that you've come with the equipment, it is much more convenient.
TIMA members in Northern District have been serving the residents of Gongliao for nearly 20 years. Overseas volunteers have come to learn from them.
In the future, in Mexico, we will offer free cleaning services. Like in Taiwan, I'd really learned a lot. Thank you.
The medical staff members who usually serve in the hospitals have gone into the communities to feel for the local residents.
Because of this free clinic, I've learned to put myself in the shoes of the patients while interacting with them. I've learned to communicate with them so they can feel at ease and follow the doctor's advice.
The medical volunteers have brought love to the seniors, and they will continue to safeguard their health.
In Ecuador, about 60 global Tzu Chi volunteers have traveled to Canoa to participate in the opening ceremony of a church. After the ceremony on July 13th, Tzu Chi volunteers held a large free clinic with the equipment and medicines they brought. Tzu Chi volunteers also invited the local doctors to join the event to help the local residents.
Oh no, 这不是一个 party. 今天这个现场是我们
No, this is not a party. Today we're here in Ecuador for medical outreach led by the Buddhist Tzu Chi Foundation. The medical team and volunteers are checking on the health of people who suffer in disaster that happened 2 years ago in Canoa. I'll teach them how to strengthen their bodies through exercise. I believe our activities will serve two purposes: exercise and
锻炼
happiness.
一个好的身体。所以说，我相信我们的带动除了让他很欢喜之外，还有 exercise。El paciente va primero.
Patients are first seen by volunteers. Their personal information is recorded and they determine what specialty is needed. Next, they come to us where we take their vital signs and ask a few necessary questions that are important for the doctor to know. Afterwards, the other volunteers accompany them to the right departments. We have general medicine, acupuncture, and dental services.
Acupuntura y odontología.
We treat a lot of patients. Most are pain issue, as like shoulder pain, leg pain, headache, back pain, knee pain, arm pain. But some people have internal problems, and acupuncture is so quickly to help them.
They pinched the parts of the body that hurt. It hurt a bit, but it gave me a lot of relief.
I think for a doctor, the purpose is to help people release their suffer. Even no pain, and I see people release, and I feel happy.
In other countries, there are better physicians than here in Ecuador. That's why we appreciate the medical outreach, because there are other doctors and specialists for certain diseases.
I'd like the physicians to return a few more times because they provide a great service. Thanks to Tzu Chi, we have a church again. We've had work and they've helped us with medicine. They've put Canoa back on its feet again.
In Kanoa, the residents called Tzu Chi volunteers Blue Angels. Tzu Chi volunteer Han Huang say that Buddhists do not call themselves angels, but Bodhisattvas, someone who takes the initiative to serve people. Many local residents have joined to serve upon learning the meanings of Bodhisattvas.
8 local volunteers in Kanoa put on the gray uniform and officially joined the training program, trying to become Tzu Chi volunteers.
The spirits of Bodhisattva.
El espíritu del Bodhisattva.
When I put on a gray volunteer uniform, I was motivated. It allows me to continue to work hard to help others, and helping others is a loving experience. This is what the master taught us after we joined the big Tzu Chi family.
I'm honored to be given the uniform. In fact, I don't think I have done enough, but the uniform gave me strength and the confidence that the Master Zhen Yan brought us.
You know what I mean?
¿Saben lo que quiere decir eso?
Which means you have to be as compassionate like Master.
The sisters of the Franciscan missionary made the proposal after church opening ceremony, hoping that Tzu Chi volunteers would leave Master Zhen Yan's portrait in Kanoa.
Master Zhen Yan's portrait will remind us of all that Tzu Chi has done in Kanoa. Tzu Chi's generous efforts are deeply rooted in the hearts of each of us. We'll always pray for you because you're always part of us and we're part of you. We're one family. Thank you for leaving Master Zhen Yan's portrait with us.
Nosotros parte de ustedes, por lo que les agradecemos y gracias por dejarnos a la maestra.
Porque somos una familia, compartimos juntos la vida.
AIDS is the deep crisis in Lesotho. Local volunteers have long been caring for patients in need. Gongliao is the student from Tzu Chi University's Public Health Department, used what she learned to teach local volunteers how to prevent HIV infection.
Hello everyone, I'm Gongliao. Today we're here in Lesotho, a country that's nearest to heaven. Today I brought some bananas. What are we going to do with them? You'll see later. Let's go.
Lesotho is known as the kingdom in the sky, and there are about 2 million people. However, about 40% of them suffer from AIDS. Tzu Chi volunteers drove past the twisted roads to care for these AIDS patients all year long.
You put this at the tip of the thing.
The mission of these bananas is to be used as teaching materials of how to use condoms properly.
Tzu Chi has some local volunteers here and those who help taking care of these AIDS patients. By sharing some simple preventive measures, it might be helpful for volunteers to take care of them better.
Gongliao used her expertise as a student majoring in public health in Tzu Chi University. She not only taught them knowledge to prevent HIV, she also shared proper sex education with young girls here.
I was a little bit nervous about this session that we had today, but after I expressed my feelings regarding this disease, I felt very much better. I think from today, I'll try to make researches from those people who have this virus and try to help some of them.
Having correct concepts can help local youth protect themselves before giving love, as well as passing down useful knowledge when caring for those in need. Students from the Department of Social Work at Tzu Chi University traveled to Malaysia for an internship. They went to the Tzu Chi Selanya Harmony School to conduct family violence and sexual assault prevention and teach refugee students how to protect themselves.
一亩良田，
一亩良田，
撒下种子，
撒下种子。
Students from the Department of Social Work of Tzu Chi University traveled to Malaysia for an internship for about 2 months and helped serve at Tzu Chi Selanya Harmony School. Students from the Department of Social Work patiently teaches the student how to write, spreading the seed of goodness.
In my opinion, the main spirit of a social worker is not in doing what you want to do, but since you want to get close to other people, you have to cooperate with others.
Breaking through language barriers, they teach the referee children humanistic spirits by play acting.
The story about is to forgive a person, even if he is a thief. Speak good to another person. You can say, may I, please, can I, thank you, I'm sorry.
口说好话. 口说好话. We always speak good words to people. 我们期待社会是良善的.
We expect a society to be nice. We don't wait to do the healing, we look for prevention methods. Like the Jingsi Everson says, everyone thinks good thoughts, say good words. If we don't harm others, violence will not occur.
去伤害别人，其实就没有暴力的产生。
This time, students from the Department of Social Work of Tzu Chi University taught about family violence and sexual assault prevention to help the referee students know how to protect themselves.
Students from Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology went to England to visit London Tzu Chi Academy and Florence Nightingale Museum. Through dance and theater plays, they shared the positive interactions. Some parents also shared their feelings seeing their children's growth. Tzu Chi Academy in London not only teaches Mandarin but also humanistic culture. The University of Science and Technology students from Taiwan came to visit. The students and parents presented a dance performance with Tai Chi movement.
我孩子在慈济这学校读中文嘛，那我自己本身也在做
My child is studying Mandarin here at Tzu Chi Academy, and I myself am learning Tai Chi. I feel that the whole community here, all these big sisters and brothers, are really dedicated to love and serve as parents and children. I thought that the performance today is a blessing for me.
表演对我来说，其实是个祝福给我，对。
Children have learned to be friends with people from all ethnicities and to have a compassionate heart.
你需要对大家好。
We must be nice to everyone because if you need help from others someday, people won't help you if you weren't nice to them.
不会帮你，如果你对他们不好。
Okay, guys.
Students also visited Florence Nightingale Museum to learn from the historical figure.
南丁格尔他将当初一战的那种恶劣环境改善。
Nightingale has improved the bad environment of medical stations back then to decrease soldiers' casualties so that they won't die of disease infections. We should learn from her in her nursing care. We should clean ourselves first, then we can take care of the patients in a clean environment.
开始用干净的方法去照顾那些病人。
我们可以看得到那时候南丁格。
We can see Nightingale's daily schedule here. We saw that they need to wear uniform every day, and their daily schedules are very full.
每一天的行程都是非常的满。
Students of Tzu Chi schools also wear uniforms. As they've witnessed Nightingale's compassionate spirit, they've also learned to cherish their blessings. In 1995, Tzu Chi Foundation started to station in northern Thailand to care for fellow refugees. Recently, students from Hualien Tzu Chi Senior High School affiliated with Tzu Chi University went to Tzu Chi Village to pay an exchange visit. Let's see how they integrated humanistic spirit into group activities.
The thatched cottage was converted into a cement brick house. This was made by the veterans from the mainland China who settled in northern Thailand after the war. Chi aids the future generations to study.
The children here are very simple because the environment here is very simple.
Very rural here. Everyone has a good relationship. If you live in a city, the relationship is more distant.
Students from Hualien Tzu Chi Senior High School came to exchange. The third generation of veterans share their past of a difficult life in a white mountain village. It is a lesson of suffering and understanding.
10国修史有重累4个小时，要走路4个小时爬山，走回来也是要10个小时，还要背呢，还要拉你们呢，还要拉我。
She was busy with farming in her childhood, hoping to earn money for her sister to study. She didn't go to school.
They are not parents, they are just elder brothers and sisters. They hope their little brothers and sisters do not have to go through hardship they faced. It's great to let them go to school.
Need to go up and down the mountain for selling things, so as to earn money for the children to study. So need to take a long time and feeling very tired. They need to go down the mountain to study.
The innocence of a simple village allows the big brothers and sisters to have a kind and simple heart.
In March, 3 countries in Eastern Africa were devastated by Cyclone Idai. Since then, Tzu Chi Foundation has been carrying out disaster relief work. Meanwhile, global Tzu Chi volunteers also work to inspire people's compassion for the affected residents. Recently, Mozambique Tzu Chi volunteer Maggis Tsai has traveled back to Taiwan and shared her disaster relief experience. Let's take a look.
At Tzu Chi Shuanghe Liaison Office, the study group has invited a mother-daughter pair from Mozambique to share their experiences.
I am 9 years old. I am Ishan Fo. My English name is Stacy.
In March, 3 countries in Eastern Africa were devastated by Cyclone Idai. Tzu Chi volunteers reached out to the affected residents. Tzu Chi volunteer Maggis Tsai, who has moved to Mozambique, shares her disaster relief experiences and thanks everyone.
Tzu Chi volunteers in 55 countries have helped the cyclone survivors in Eastern Africa. I harbor gratitude to come here and thank all of you. For the past years, I kept reminding myself that I must not forget my initial vow to follow in the footsteps of Master Zhen Yan and carry out Tzu Chi's work.
We've also inspired people's compassion for the affected residents in Eastern Africa. Now we know how they've used the fund. Therefore, today, we've seen how our love has been sent to Eastern Africa. In the future, there is still much work to be done in Africa. I think we should continue to work hard.
With the support of the Dharma family in Taiwan, Tzu Chi volunteers in Africa have more strength to carry out charity mission and benefit the impoverished residents there.
Ministry of Labor hosted an event to connect makers in Taiwan to help them start their own business. We'll leave you with these images and thank you for joining us. Goodbye.